Hey guys, you're watching the EJ Tech Show. I'm Soham and this is my review of the DIZO Watch Pro, a new affordable wearable priced at just 4,499 rupees. Now I have previously reviewed the DIZO watch, so if you want to check that out, it'll be linked below this video. As always, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you do enjoy our content and subscribe to the Editor G channel for more tech reviews. Now the design of the DIZO Watch Pro is quite similar to what we saw on the DIZO watch. It's the same squarish face on the front and it feels just about as thick on the wrist as well. It's still a plastic frame and it's only around 2 grams heavier, but what's different is the screen size. The Watch Pro gets a larger 1.7-inch TFT LCD display compared to the 1.4-inch panel on the regular watch, but the bezels are still pretty large, especially that bottom chin. The screen gets fairly bright at 600 nits and sports a 320 by 385 pixel resolution and supports both tap and swipe gestures. While exercising and using the available sports modes at hand, both the watch and the strap were quite comfortable to wear, and with the IP68 rating that the DIZO Watch Pro gets, you really don't have to worry while doing an intense workout. Now the DIZO Watch Pro gets a whole lot of features including 24/7 heart rate monitoring, an SpO2 monitor and high and low heart rate alerts. There are 90 sports modes on offer and they cover a lot of exercises including strength training, yoga and elliptical. Apart from all this, it can also track steps and give reminders for fitness goals, stand and hydration. However, the biggest upgrade here is the presence of built-in GPS, which allows you to take the DIZO Watch Pro on runs with you without needing to carry your smartphone. It runs on a proprietary operating system, so apps and watch faces are limited, but there's a fair number of useful ones. For example, there's an app for guided breathing, a remote camera shutter, and the Watch Pro can view and reject incoming calls. Plus, there's over 100 watch faces available here, so while you can't download third-party ones, there are quite a lot of them to choose from. The DIZO Watch Pro is responsive enough for a wearable at this price point, and scrolling through the interface is a mostly lag-free experience. Sleep tracking on this wearable, however, was not the most accurate in my experience. I noticed that in at least a few sessions it recorded more sleep than I actually got, only because I was lying in bed. Apart from this, the overall user experience is pretty smooth and enjoyable to use on a day-to-day basis. When it comes to battery life, the Watch Pro gets a much larger 390 mAh battery and it claims to last up to 14 days. However, in my usage of daily sleep tracking and 24/7 heart rate tracking, the wearable lost 50% battery in 5 days, so if you're a power user, you'll probably end up getting around 10 days of total battery life. You can use the REALME Link app to pair and sync your DIZO Watch Pro and install firmware updates. The app is easy to use and everything is in the right place, but I would have liked to see more information when it came to things like sleep analysis and maybe a sleep score as well. So, should you buy it? Well, the DIZO Watch Pro is a good choice for someone that's looking for an affordable wearable for basic fitness tracking. Moreover, its long battery life and price tag of 4,499 rupees make it a very attractive package.
Hi guys, you're watching the EJ Tech Show. My name is Deepith and today I have with me the DIZO GoPods Neo. Now these true wireless earbuds promise ANC and transparency mode at the low price of Rs 2,299. But how effective is it? And how do they sound? Before we answer those questions, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to not miss out on more reviews like this. The DIZO GoPods Neo have a fairly standard oval-shaped earbud design, but it looks quite good. They are easy to fit in the ear and the matte finish bud paired with the glossy touch area for controls makes them quite distinctive. The case is a similar matte finish plastic and sports a USB-C charging port and a battery indicator. You will need 2 hands to open this. Each bud is 4.5 grams in weight, which helps them feel comfortable even when worn for long periods of time. They also have an IPX5 rating, so you don't need to worry about sweat or splashes of water. The DIZO GoPods Neo sport 10mm drivers that produce a crisp sound. The soundstage is not super wide, but there's still good clarity. By default, they come with a punchy bass that stays tight and doesn't boom too much. If that's not enough for you, there's a bass boost plus mode as well. So does the active noise cancellation work? Well, for the most part, yes. You'll find a marked difference in outside sound with ANC on and off. If ambient noise is too loud, it'll sound more like sound being suppressed rather than completely cancelled, but it works. It's not the most comprehensive ANC solution, but at this price, I'm not going to complain too much. Transparency mode works too, and at volumes around 30 to 40%, you'll easily be able to hear your surroundings. There are two mics for noise cancellation during calls which work well. I had a good calling experience with the GoPods Neo and everyone heard me clearly. The DIZO GoPods Neo can connect with the REALME Link app on your smartphone. In the app, you'll get the battery levels along with the option to switch between noise cancellation, normal and transparency modes. You can also select between the default dynamic sound signature or bright, which boosts the treble, or bass boost plus, which, as you can imagine, boosts the bass. You can activate game mode in the app, which brings down the latency to 88 milliseconds. By default, you tap twice on the buds to play and pause, tap 3 times for the next song, and touch and hold both buds to switch between ANC and transparency mode. You can also customize these in the app. Touch detection is pretty good, and though the commands take time to activate, mistaps are very rare. The DIZO GoPods Neo offer 40 mAh batteries in the buds and a 400 mAh battery in the case. DIZO claims 7 hours of battery life on a single charge. Without ANC, I was able to hit at least 6.5 hours consistently, so that's about right. With ANC though, expect a battery life of around 4 hours. The charging case can also charge the buds completely up 3 times. The DIZO GoPods Neo sound good, the ANC works, and the battery life is decent too. At Rs 2,299, this is an incredibly feature-rich package. If you want active noise cancellation on a budget, these are a great option. Hi guys, you're watching the EJ Tech Show. My name is Deepith and today I have with me something very interesting. The Saregama Carvaan Musicbar, which combines together a soundbar and a subwoofer for Rs 6,990. Now this thing is absolutely packed with features, but how well do they work and how does it sound? Before we get to that, make sure you like this video and do subscribe to our channel to not miss out on any future reviews. The soundbar and subwoofer both have a sleek, understated design in a very dark grey color. The soundbar has a front grille which houses the 4 speakers, while the subwoofer gets a grille on the side. The materials feel sturdy and premium to the touch on both the soundbar and the subwoofer. The back panel features all of the I/O, while the top panel has buttons for power and switching to all input sources, along with the Carvaan button which can be used to play the inbuilt songs. You also get buttons for play pause, previous and next song, and volume control. The subwoofer has a very clean design with no buttons or indicators and connects to the soundbar using a cable. The Carvaan Musicbar has a dizzying array of input sources. You get USB 3.0, aux-in, HDMI ARC, and coaxial input. The soundbar also accepts Bluetooth 5.2 of course and has FM radio. To top it all off, it comes with 500 preloaded classic Hindi songs. You also get a little booklet with all of the song names listed. Setting up the soundbar with a TV is a very painless process if your TV supports HDMI ARC, which most modern TVs do. The soundbar also comes with a remote which lets you switch input sources and control volume and playback, along with having quick access buttons for music, movie, and vocal sound modes. If that's not enough, there are also controls to fine-tune bass and treble in the sound. The Carvaan Musicbar features 4 speakers of 2.5 inches each for a 50-watt sound output, while the subwoofer has a 6.5-inch speaker that outputs 70 watts. These big numbers translate to terrific performance, as the soundbar and subwoofer combo is truly very loud. It can easily fill up your living room or bedroom. Saregama have said that the market really wants a bass-heavy sound at this price point, which makes sense because there's certainly a lot of bass here. The subwoofer puts out very loud booming bass that dominates the sound signature of the Carvaan Musicbar. Even if you turn down the bass completely using the remote, there's still a lot of bass. The Carvaan Musicbar has a very sharply V-shaped sound signature which has recessed mids, but sounds really fun for any kind of music which thrives with bass. Clarity does tend to suffer as you turn the volume up, but even at around 50% volume, the soundbar will easily fill most reasonably sized rooms. The extra bass really works if you're using the Carvaan Musicbar to watch movies though. The movie audio preset you can select from the remote makes sure that dialogues are audible, but action films in particular are really exciting with thumping gunfire and car crashes and all those sounds. The same applies for gaming, where action games like Uncharted or driving games really benefit from the extra oomph that the soundbar can give over TV speakers. The Carvaan Musicbar is absolutely packed with features for its price point. The sound output is formidable if a little bass heavy, and it accepts basically every kind of input that you can think of. If you've only been using TV speakers so far, the Saregama Carvaan Musicbar is an easy upgrade for Rs 6,990 that will give you a lot of versatility and volume.